What up, all you nerds and geeks out there? Welcome back to Malice Corp. Wow. So this is the second day you get us, and there's going to be like 4 days in a row. We are here to talk about Arrow, episode 22. And we are hashtagging this, hashtag how to set up a finale. Because that's what this one was all about. So we're super excited. We're glad you're joining us. I know there's a couple that are waiting live to join us, so make sure that you jump on there and give us your thoughts as we're going. Here's how we're going to run this thing. I'm going to go around the circle here and introduce everybody, and then we're going to do a quick recap, and then we're going to react. So, of course, I am your normal podcast co-host, BCON, and with me, same crew you had last night. We got Big Papa Matt.
Hey.
Playa.
We
got Super Hoovian Freak.
What's up? I don't gotta sigh. I don't gotta sigh like I did last night. This one didn't break my heart.
Yeah. One did not cream the cheese. All right, we're good.
It did not.
And then we have Mr. Jack Malice.
How's it going, everybody?
And he is watching for your comments. So we will check in with the chat channel. So if you're on there, shoot some chats over to Jack there. He'll moderate your comments and all that good stuff. And we're going to jump right into a quick recap. I'm going to just blur right through this, and then we're going to spend the rest of the time talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, what we're excited about, and all that good stuff. So here we go. First thing, and I'm going to probably throw a whole bunch of hashtags out while we're going here, by the way. So hashtag crappiest birthday ever. The show starts off with Oliver's birthday, and he gets a surprise from the Arrow team while he thinks he's going on a date with Felicity. Awkward. But we did get a little Felicity moment there. We'll come back and talk about that for sure. Cut scene, we have the team starting to get kidnapped, starting with Dinah first and then Curtis. Oliver goes and talks to Chase. Chase, of course, is still 10 steps ahead, like we know he is. He doesn't just give up. I mean, come on now. We do find out that Talia Al Ghul is one of the kidnappers. And then we also find out that Laurel Lance from Earth 2 is also kidnapping some people. So move on to, we've got Quentin and Thea in a safe house. And of course, they get found out. They get captured as well. Oliver and team decide to split up. That was a bad idea because then Felicity and Diggle also get caught, leaving Oliver to himself. Enter in the magician. If anybody knows how to break into the Oliver Queen Arrow Cave, it's Malcolm Merlin. And he always just makes a wonderful entrance. So he busts on the scene and obviously offers his help to Oliver because he's got to save Thea. We also then get a Chase being transferred to Idaho. That's weird, by the way, because spoiler alert, I'm in Idaho, so I was like, no, don't send that ass hat my way, okay?
Oh man,
we got enough DPs over here. I don't need him. But anyway, obviously Malcolm and Oliver team up to stop the transfer. They let Chase go because they know that's their only way to get their family back. Also, we find out that what we've all expected from the get-go, that Chase has Oliver's son. So that was the breaking point for Oliver to finally give in and go with Malcolm's plan. So then they're chasing down, trying to figure out where exactly did Chase go, and they see the plane like going on the map in the U.S. Then all of a sudden, it boom, cuts over into the Pacific, and Oliver goes, "Oh, I know where they're at." And of course, they're going to land you. So Final scenes in the show, we see the Arrow team a little beat up, a little bruised. On Lee and you, that all rhymed too. That's kind of crazy.
Nice alliteration there. I like
it. And then we see Oliver, Nyssa, and Malcolm arrive on the island, and we see that Oliver is going to get an old friend, a frenemy, in Deathstroke. So that's how the
Never put frenemy and Deathstroke in the same sentence.
Right?
It doesn't work for me.
It doesn't.
So yes, Slade, good old Slade Wilson. Back
so good
back
to
with
see
the
him.
high patch. I'm gonna keep going with the alliterations. Grr. And that's how it ends. And then of course we see the teaser for next week, which was awesome. We get to see
So much good.
Right? We get to see Siren versus Dinah, and that canary screams going at each other, and them both getting kind of blown back. That was freaking awesome. And it's really setting up for just an epic battle and finale. And I'm so glad that it ended on Lian Yu, so that when we come back next week, we are right in the thick of the action. So that was awesome. Jack, who's on our chat channel?
Oh, so far, I'm sorry. kind of just reading there. So far, we have Robert with us. He's making some interesting comments, and I was just reading along.
He's bringing all of Malice's dirty laundry up.
No.
He's just bringing up some gaming stuff and a couple of video games,
Hey,
off-topic stuff.
No. We are all things nerd. So while tonight is all about Arrow, it's okay to be nerdy. So what did you guys like best about this episode?
Well, besides the return of Deathstroke, it was a good setup to the finale. It was good to have Malcolm Merlyn back. I mean, I was honestly expecting it. I knew when they brought Thea back, Chase, and I'm like, okay, yeah, here he comes, because he's gonna come in, because like he said, Thea may hate him, but he's still gonna do what he's gonna do as the dad. So
Yes.
Malcolm Merlyn, Father of the Year.
Yes. Yes, and my love runs deep for John Barrowman.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I mean, he was on point with I don't know who wrote his lines tonight, but the whole, I'm here to lend, or I let my emotions get out of hand, and he's waving the hand.
Like, I'm here to lend a hand. Yeah, and then he drops that line to Oliver, which was awesome, because Oliver is complaining about, like, I'm not going to let Chase go, and we're gonna make sure that he sees justice.
Yeah.
And
big talk, Till.
It's my friends are one thing, and then Malcolm looks at him and goes, well, friends are one thing, but family is family. And that is so on point. Malcolm Merlyn through and through. The only thing he cares about in this whole dang world is Thea. So
yep.
I'll tell you what, I didn't think missing a couple episodes would throw me as much as it did. And I'm like completely like, oh, what? I got to go back and I got to catch the last three, because I missed them. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm completely like lost.
Look, Jack is Oliver in the show right now. He is 10 steps behind. And one of the things, another Malcolm moment that I loved, is we found out that Prometheus is not just 10 steps ahead. He's 50 steps ahead. So hashtag 50 steps ahead. Like,
I'll tell you what, the Barrowman, like you said, was amazing. And it was the best part of the show. I was like blown away with the one interaction where he was, I don't know why a sociopath has to explain this to you, but our connections to other people are what keeps us human. That was perfect. It was like, oh, that read like it came out of a Arrow comic book.
Yes. Like right out of the frame, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I actually really dug the back and forth in the cell between Oliver and Chase, right? And it just, the back and forth there, I thought was just really good. Seeing how far behind and who it was, I just thought that was a great kind of cat and mouse moment where we really saw what the plan was here, and there was so much more going on, and I loved it. I thought that was fantastic. That was a really nice part of all this.
Well, the fact that anyone on Team Arrow thought that this was over is ridiculous. I mean, who just he's planned it. You tell him one little tidbit about his father, and it's like, I roll over and I play dead. Like, no, come on. Like, you're better than that. You're better than that. Shame on you. Shame on all of you.
Their whole like summer break little thing at Oliver's party,
I know,
was just ridiculous. And by the way,
you got to earn that free cake, is what I'm saying. In the Arrowverse, you got to earn that free cake.
There is no free cake in the Arrowverse. What are you talking about?
I was going to say, little Easter egg, whatever name of that bakery that they used, where she got the cake, is one of the artists for the show who does the drawings and the fan art and the stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of cool, because she threw it out there, and I'm like, I know that name. So I Googled that name, and I'm like, I knew it. I knew she had something to do with the show.
That's badass.
So good catch. Good catch.
Now, the actor's name is John Segarra?
That plays
or Chase or Prometheus, whatever his name is, or
well, both, yeah.
Yeah, both, yeah.
Well, I don't even know what's his real name again. Simon something or other.
Yeah. So I will have to say that was some of the best acting I've seen him do on this show. I was very, very impressed by it. I was very happy with those scenes.
He's such a Delta Bravo, man. You just want to punch him in the face, though, sometimes.
I know.
Absolutely. No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this was super engaging with him. It was super, it really pulled something kind of dark and gritty out of there, and I like that.
Yes.
But speaking of not dark and dirty, but how is it you have Quentin as a character, and I get that you've had his up and down with Quentin, but how do you not tell him that about the Black Siren? How do you not tell him about that? I thought that was I thought it was just shock at first, and then he's gonna go, oh no, this is the bad guy. But he was like legitimate, and I'm like, dude has a heart condition. Like, you don't tell him there's a
he's gonna fall off the wagon again. Like, come on, he just got back from rehab. Like, he's been sober, and you pulled that stuff on him. Oh, that was hard. I mean, that was heartbreaking to see that first moment when he turns around and it's her, and he's got his gun out, and he's just like, my baby,
like,
and
baby girl,
like, and then she's like, Daddy.
She plays it up because she can see it.
Oh, dude, so bad.
Yeah,
terrible.
That was horrible. And clearly Thea didn't know either, because it's not like she came in and was like, oh, this is the bad, this is Black Siren. You can't trust her.
She didn't. She didn't spill it all out, but she was just like, you keep your gun on her, like, trust me. And then she starts explaining it when they're actually in the little paddy wagon getting taken away. Tries to explain it to him. Yeah.
Real quick, Robert wants to point out that the earn and free don't go together from the chat channel. Free. And he said that there's no he doesn't know where to start to air my dirty laundry and gaming laundry, so he's just gonna leave that alone, I guess.
So we did have, we'll go kind of back to the beginning for a moment. We did have an Felicity moment. So we did see the Oliver Felicity kind of sparks starting to fly again. Moments. Olicity. It's a real thing. Hashtag
it is. Hashtag Olicity. It's so funny because every time I hear it, I'm like, who's that character? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's
yeah.
And Superhoov and Freak should have loved that part. The Curtis's line of worse than a shipper on a soap opera.
Oh my god, dude.
Curtis.
Yeah. Curtis is a very
Bro, lay off the cake.
he's a very underrated. The lines he delivers are very underrated for their comedy because he's dropped some really good zingers.
I think they've actually written him a lot better in the last couple episodes because I'm going to be honest with you. Earlier in the season to the middle of the season, he was starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Like they were forcing the comedic responses from him. They were really, really forcing it, and they've really toned it back a little bit, and it's allowed him to actually be funny and not.
Yeah, I get it.
What else? I've got a couple notes, so I can keep going all day
Slade
long.
Wilson stuff. I mean, Deathstroke. Anytime you get Deathstroke back in, I mean, this is just that gets me excited. That was one of the big things I've always liked about Arrowverse is we had Slade Wilson, and we had a great actor for Slade Wilson. We had great writing for Slade, and to see him coming back is going to be phenomenal. I'm really excited for this finale, man. This is more than anything. This is just how you set up a finale. Like, take notes, everybody out there.
Yeah, no, take notes, Supernatural. Take notes, Supernatural. This is how you set up a finale, a 2-hour finale, nonetheless, not with whatever steaming pile of garbage you gave us last week.
Yeah,
that's how you kill the momentum to go into a finale. So
it is just, we are setting up to have just this epic battle of, I mean, we know that Oliver's going to have himself. He obviously has Dinah. So she must have, the only thing I can guess is that she got away, and somehow followed them to the island, or she broke out. I don't know, but she's obviously there and she's fighting. So that's cool. We've got Nyssa Al Ghul on her side, and the big rumor that's been going for probably half the season here is that we're going to see a Nyssa versus Talia fight. So we're going to see those two square off. We're going to get Deathstroke. We're going to have Malcolm, and how those fights pair off after that, who knows? But I don't see how Chase and his band have any hope of beating that team. We were talking before this started, and I was like, if I've got those 4 people on my team, Oliver, Malcolm, Slade, and Nyssa, I'm game over.
Yeah.
I don't care how many steps ahead you are, game over.
Yeah.
Well, Deathstroke is been notoriously like a bad penny. He always kind of pops up when you don't expect him to most expect that at all. It just literally, you guys were making fun of the look on my face while I was watching it. I just kind of froze up, locked up, and was like, what?
Yeah, and I knew. I mean, I've been following what's been going on with the filming and all that good stuff, and so I knew to expect him at some point. I didn't expect to see him necessarily tonight. So I am thrilled that they ended it on that note, because we talked about, like, you set it up for a finale, and this is how you set up a finale. But even more so, to leave us with the last bit that we get is to see Deathstroke. You're like, oh hell yes. Oh hell yes. Like, it is on.
That's that's like a Wyatt Earp moment where it's like, you bring him and I'm bringing hell with me. I mean, that is.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that you got a situation now where Nyssa and Malcolm have to work together when they've been bitter adversaries, to say the least.
Yes.
And it's like, you said to do whatever it takes, and he's like, what did you do? Like, who did you call? And then you turn around and it's Nyssa, and it's like, hello, husband. Hello, Mr. Merlin. And
yes,
that was hilarious, because it's not often you get to surprise Malcolm, and I think that was a surprise to him.
One of the parts I didn't quite understand, that I had a funny picture in my head as I was watching it, was when Diggle and Felicity are speeding away in the car, and they stop, and is it Talia that was standing in the road with the swords?
Yeah.
And they're like, let's go. And they, so they speed past, and she like slashes them with the sword, and then they go all Dukes of Hazzard, like over the jump.
Oh
and
yeah, no,
just,
that
like,
didn't
bam,
make, and
right into a truck. Like that was a great idea.
I actually didn't understand that at all. I was
Yeah.
like,
And
slashing the
point of that?
tires, slashing the tires as they go by, but like I thought they were going to turn around and speed off the other direction, but
or you're a professional, Diggle, like run her over.
yeah, do something, or yeah, run her over. But like, I mean,
Open the door while you go, like.
I mean, at least slashing the tires as they go by and they like spin out of control would have made more sense than them trying to, like, were they trying to clear the truck? What were they trying to do? I don't understand that. It made no sense.
It was a total epic fail Dukes of Hazzard moment.
It just, yeah, it didn't.
Those Duke boys were at it again.
Yeah. But it didn't fit. That was the only thing that didn't really fit with the rest of the episode was that moment, because it made no sense.
We have a new addition to the chat channel. Nightblood just showed up and is saying how much they love Arrow, and just want to say hello.
Yes, we love Arrow too. Hello. Any comments you have on that chat channel, please, about this episode? What did you like about it? Like, throw it out there. We're got probably about a good 5 minutes, maybe more to go. So by all means, if you got a comment, throw it out to us, and we'd love to hear what you thought was just awesome about this episode.
Why was Thea not in the safe house, but why didn't she have her gear? Like, I mean, you're anticipating things going poorly. Why would you not take whatever you could to,
yeah.
I mean, I know she's trying to distance herself from that part of her, but self-preservation at that point has got to kick in. So why was she not all geared up?
Well, I mean, we've seen, she came back last episode, and there was an opportunity for her to kind of join in the fight, and she stood down as well. And I think that's just that part of her character that they're trying to really push through, is she is making that extra effort to not go down that road, because she knows where it's going to lead her. It's going to lead back to the bloodthirst. And I mean, let's be honest, dude, Thea's killed a lot of people too. Like, Oliver has.
Yeah, she has.
Thea's killed a lot of people. Like,
yeah.
The body count between those two are.
Yeah. But she also didn't do it for the same moral high ground that, Oliver's trying to stand on. But you would think in this case, pick and choose is the name of the game with Thea. And I would think in this case, to protect Quentin, to protect herself, you would think that she would have chosen, because you don't have to kill, you can still incapacitate, but you would have put yourself in a lot better position than just walking around with a handgun.
Yeah.
A handgun that you didn't even have. You stole it off a tranked body, She didn't have anything. That's what's mind-boggling. So, and you would think that she would be able to put up a little bit more of a fight, even so unarmed.
True.
Absolutely. No, I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, and Nightblood responded to your question there, BCON. They were most excited tonight to see John Barrowman return.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody is, man. And this is so sad, because it's the last rest in peace, John Barrowman. I mean, this is going to be the last time we get to see him.
Supposedly
in CW. I mean, at least for a year. You got, unless something crazy happens and they get some sort of contract figured out where he comes back. But I mean, my best guess is that he's probably, Malcolm Merlin's probably going to die. And I hate to say that, because
it's not right.
It's not right, and it's not right to the actor. It's not right to the character either.
Well, here's the thing, right? If we're gonna lose him, what way should Barrowman go in the finale? Like, what way should he go? Should he die from somebody specifically, take an arrow to the chest? I mean, how should we see Barrowman leave this show?
It has to be
Boromir way, like
Boromir style. All right, yeah.
Yes, dude.
100 arrows out of the chest,
And he's still going.
still going. Yeah,
They just repeat that American Gods trailer where he just gets like 100 in him. Just
I could dig that. I think though it's got to be connected to doing something where he's sacrificing himself for Thea, because that's the only way that you can do any kind of justice to the character of Malcolm Merlyn is if he's going to die, that's how he's going to go out. Because just having someone, especially if Chase beats him in a fight where they're just squared up against each other, bullshit. Okay, I'm going to say it right now. Bullshit. That's not happening. All right.
That's like me beating up, I don't know, Mike Tyson. It doesn't work.
Because,
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's like you training for 5 months for a fight where somebody has been training for 5 years. Chase has had 5 years to train. Malcolm has had, training from Ra's al Ghul himself, and decades worth of battle-tested training. And
Oliver can barely beat him in a one-on-one fight. Barely.
I don't know if Oliver can actually beat him in a straight-up one-on-one fight.
Well, he has.
Yeah, but I mean, if you take the restraints that Merlin feels for, Oliver, and they were complete strangers, and there was no emotional connection or any of that latent family connection. I think it would be a lot different fight.
There's a lot of truth to that, because as much as Malcolm just loves, Thea in this world and wants to protect her, he knows that Oliver is the one that's there every day, and he's not. He can't be, because he's already broken that relationship. So
many times over, unfortunately.
Yeah, so he knows that he needs Oliver to be there to protect her when he's not there. So
he's got to help solve those daddy issues by sacrificing himself for her, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But like I said, you remove that familial connection and all that, it's an entirely different fight.
I agree.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I hope, since he is leaving, I would love for them to leave something open for the possibility of him coming back. But what's great with this show, we have the Lazarus Pit's already been introduced. No matter what they do with him, there's a possibility of him coming back. So kill him off, do whatever you want, but there's still a shot that he could be back with.
Not to mention that there's 2 different shows that involve time travel.
Yeah, very true.
So you never know when he may make an appearance.
Your one theory for the Flash with the wiping of the timelines.
Yeah,
I should say Legends and Flash wiping of the timelines. Yeah. Hey, this is still part of the same universe. It could wipe out all of this timeline too and reset it all.
I totally understand and agree. But when there's not a signed contract, that's a different thing. And I know.
Well, here's another question. If he's not going to be staying with the show, what is he going to be doing? Does anybody have any idea?
Well, we know that he's still working on writing Torchwood novels with his sister. They got Torchwood season 5 that's coming out.
I thought he was
this
doing
summer. That's the audio version.
Isn't he doing a stage play somewhere?
Yeah, he's doing all kinds of stage.
But that's what's going to take up all of his time. Then stage.
That's cool. I would love to see
him a lot of time.
Oh, dude,
we got to figure out what that is, because I would love to go and track him down and watch him in something like that. That'd be phenomenal.
I agree. That would be so phenomenal, because he is such a great actor and singer.
Yeah,
and just
Barman,
all around.
Come to Dallas, bro. Yeah. We got theaters everywhere.
So everybody, you heard that. Whatever we need everybody to subscribe, as many people to subscribe, pound that like button, so we can get as many views as we possibly can. So we can you can help us pay to send a Malice Corp trip to go watch.
Malice Corp tour for John Barrowman. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because right now the budget for that is 0.
Double zeros.
Unless he goes up in Dallas and Matt wants to.
I got an extra room. He can hang out. I'm the bed guy. I've got great
By the way, how
mattresses
cool would
in
that
this
be?
house.
I'm just saying, how cool would that be?
Dude, don't.
I'd drive down to Texas just to hang out with you guys.
I would hope you would. I would hope that'd be enough reason to come and visit me in this weird ass state. So I'm all about it.
Nightblood in the chat channels subbed and pounded the like button. So
there it is.
Super appreciate that, and tell all your friends
very much,
and family. Like, we really, really appreciate that. Because we don't do this for money. That's the real deal. We do this because we are all friends who grew up nerdy together, and we love talking together. I mean, Matt's in Texas. I'm all the way up here in Idaho. Everybody else is in California, and we're literally thousands of miles away. But what brings us together is, our love for things like Arrow and Flash and comics and movies and video games and tabletop games and books.
I mean, Matt's a new addition to the group, but he came in is basically like family now. Me and Brian.
Matt's like brother from another mother, man.
Me, BCON, and Mest. We all grew up together until different things, military and everything split us all up and sent us all over the country, and we're all coming back together again and nerding it up together.
So here's what you have to look forward to, and please check out the website malice-corp.com. Just dropped an article today about Flash and about theories for the finale. If you watched our video last night, definitely go check out that article, because I laid in bed last night like restless and thought of was like, oh, this makes sense. And I started connecting some dots, and then I followed up with a couple other people that had some similar theories, and got to read it. We have a supernatural theories that came out today as well, because that finale is going to be tomorrow. So you'll get to see some more super Whovian Freak tomorrow, talking about the supernatural finale.
Yeah, looking forward to that episode. That's going to be fun.
Maybe crying.
Yeah,
we could get a mix of all three.
Here's the thing. I don't even want to watch the supernatural finale. I just want to see Whovian's reaction to it more than anything.
You may not even see me. You just may see on the news that a person exploded randomly in California. It's very possible, because they have been. I mean, it's a 2-hour finale, and they've never done that before. It's been 12 years, and they've never done a 2-hour finale back to back. So.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I'm really concerned about this.
We've got amazing writers on this one, so I'm.
They are. If anyone can fix what was broken last week, it is my Bobo Barons. I love Bobo. He goes by Bobo on Twitter. It's actually Robert Barons, but he goes by Bobo. He loves the name Bobo. He embraces it proudly, and he is a phenomenal writer. He knows the characters.
He's got his work cut out for him after the last episode.
I know, but like I said, if anyone can fix it, it's weird. It's a weird sentence to say. I'm not gonna lie. To put your faith in something called a Bobo, but Bobo can do it.
Bobo, no.
Yep. Bobo will save the day.
So we have any kind of Bobo I'm into after watching Hook, and you got your imaginary Bobo.
Yep.
So we also have the podcast that'll be Friday night. So if you're watching, you're seeing this, and you want more, you can join tomorrow for Supernatural. We'll be doing that live. You can join Friday for our live podcast. And then we'll go next week with the Flash finale. So we'll have another one of these for Flash finale on Tuesday next week. We'll have another one for the Arrow finale on Wednesday of next week. And then we'll have our regular podcast on Friday. And there's probably going to be all kinds of content in between there. So lots and lots of stuff. One last thing, though, that we do want to plug is we do have a
I was going to say, you're
podcast.
Forgetting something there. You're forgetting something there.
I'm not forgetting. I don't forget. We've got Mr. Big Papa Matt has a new podcast that he's rolling with a couple other buddies. That's part of this Malice Corp group affiliates of podcasts. You want to go ahead and plug that?
Yeah, man, the Malice Corp family of podcasts. We are leading the charge with a nerd mosh pit. So episode 1 just posted to the website. Please go and check it out. Share it with friends. Enjoy it everywhere you can. On top of the mountain, under some water, on a boat, in your car. I don't care.
On a plane, on a train.
On a plane, on a train with greetings and ham, whatever it is. Just don't put the snakes on. That's all I got to say.
Sam, I am.
I listened to it at work today, actually. So I was doing working on some spreadsheets and different things, and I was listening to it, loving it. There was some great stuff. Talked a lot about some TV shows that I will admit that I did not quite know all about. So
yeah, The Leftovers, man. It's
now I know.
We gave it a big plug on the episode 1 because it is a show that I ask people about it all the time and they just don't know about it. So please check out the Nerd Mosh Pit. Let us know what you think, what you love. I'm gonna have a lot of extra content for you guys. I've got all kinds of friends that already heard episode 1 and they're like, can I be on episode 2? Let me be on episode 2. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited for the people I got coming on for you guys to share some nerd love. I also talked about starting your comic book adventure on episode 1, and please, check that out. Support some comic books, support a great medium, and have some fun with it.
Yep.
Speaking of comic book mediums, another quick plug. If you live in San Diego, I've been hanging out a lot at Sky High Comics down in San Marcos. And those guys are a lot of fun. And we've talked about this a little bit on Free Comic Book Day. There's nothing, and I know that a lot of people buy their comics from Amazon and what now, or they're doing electronic, but there's nothing like being in your local comic book store and interfacing and discussing and having these kind of conversations with your friends over the actual comic book. You just can't beat it.
Yep, totally agree. So Sky High Comics, make sure you go there if you're in the San Diego area. Even if you're not and you're close enough, take the drive, dude. Make a day out of it. Yeah. Go through those big long boxes. There's so much great stuff out there.
Go and drag a friend for your first visit. Just drag a friend in. You guys go in there, look at comic books. All the comic book shops too. I'm gonna tell you now, if you guys are pop figure fans, these things are all over comic shops right now, and you can find some really, really good pieces of those. Whatever your love is, a local comic book shop is probably gonna have something of it and some kind of gear. So go support them. Go love them. Keith's Comics here in Dallas, as well as Madness and Games and More. Check them out, man. They're phenomenal people.
It was great sitting there watching my daughter for the first time dig through a long box for the very first time. I mean, she's new to comics, and I kind of started her a little late. She's 14 years old, and just watching her dig through that long box, and just her face light up when she hit the first Batman issue. She's like, "Oh, Dad, it's Batman."
I love it.
Don't ever forget the bats. So definitely check out our other videos too, because I know there's lots of comic book day love on our channel here. So please like and subscribe, comment as well. We will respond to your comments. Check out the website, malice-corp.com. Got all kinds of content there as well. Please subscribe there, comment. Just get in there, jump in there, and read some stuff. You can follow myself on Twitter at BCON_Malice Corp. You can follow Jack Malice at Jack_Malice on Twitter. You can follow the Malice Corp website at Malice Corp, no dash, just at Malice Corp on Twitter. You can follow Super Hoovian Freak at Super
Cream My Cheese.
Nut. Super Hoovian
I
Nut.
am not changing it to Creams My Cheese.
But
it's
if
not
you
going to happen.
tweet at her with a hashtag Creams My Cheese,
I will send you a digital hug for every hashtag Creams My Cheese sent to Super Hoovian Nut.
And then you can follow Big Papa Matt at the Big Papa Matt on Twitter.
At Nerd Mosh Pit as well. Please check them out.
At Nerd Mosh Pit. At Nerd Mosh Pit is the other one as well. So definitely, again, like, subscribe, share this, and come back next time, because we'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here all week, folks. And until then, stay nerdy out there.
Yeah.
Peace out.